Hey guys, we are back, and guess what? Mercury has moved into the sign of Pisces. I'm Vixen After Dark, and I'm here to tell you all about it. So, what we're going to be discussing today is Mercury being in Pisces. Right now, we do also have the moon in Libra, so I might touch on that. And we are still in Aquarius season. We are cusping because it's about to be Pisces season. So, I'm going to tell you what you might experience, what to watch out for, any type of insights I may have, and also how to work with this energy. And I'm going to talk about Mercury squaring Jupiter as well, because that is major. And I'm also going to go through how to navigate that energy. Then we will tap into each individual rising sign. So hopefully you know your rising sign. So let's go ahead and pull up the chart. So what's up, guys? Hopefully all of you are doing well. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. We've got our new system in play that I'm just testing. I think I might actually get it. I'm loving it over here. Okay, so let's actually dive in. So if you guys don't know, I use astroseek.com. If you guys want to stay tuned and tap and turn on over here. Okay. So currently right now, as I'm pulling this up, we do have the moon is in the sign of Libra. It's at 20 degrees. So it's gonna go outside of Libra like any day now, okay? Um, which means soon. So Moon in Libra, it's all about balance, it's all about harmony, of course, it's all about relationships. So emotions are kind of smooth, but you might overthink trying to keep everyone happy right now during this time. It's like, how did I make it this far? Or why can't we all just get along kind of an energy, okay? You have to peep game. We still are in Aquarius season. So that's a lot of air energy that's also playing out. We're at 20 degrees right here in the sign of Aquarius. Okay. So, like I said, it's heading out. If you look here on the charts, you can definitely see that where the sun is about, I'm using my finger pointing to the screen. I feel like I can touch the screen. About to go into Pisces. Okay. And here's Mercury right here. So, Aquarius season, we all know it's like that big picture energy, you guys. It's innovative, it's rebellious, it's community focused. It's kind of like, let's change the world, but also, why is everyone so weird? Energy. You're probably wondering why many may feel detached. There's a lot of forward thinking, but having that Libra moon is definitely pulling people back to connect with others. Okay. Now that we have Mercury here at 4 degrees, because by the time you're watching this video, it's already been in Pisces for a few days now. It's at 4 degrees. Okay. So Mercury in Pisces. Mercury is definitely how we think, how we communicate. Um, and Pisces is more dreamy, it's intuitive, it's a little scattered. Okay. So your thoughts might feel fuzzy or poetic, kind of like you're swimming in ideas, but you can't quite grab them. Okay. This is definitely great for creativity, but not so much for making decisions. Now, I do want to discuss here. Let's get into Mercury with Pisces right now this time. Let's definitely tap into it, you guys. Okay. So I want to show you pretty much, let's see. Ooh, Mercury's also squaring with Jupiter, which I will discuss later. But having Mercury in the sign of Pisces, you guys. So this is kind of like your brain on a spiritual retreat, okay? It's very intuitive, it's very dreamy, it's a little all over the place. But here's the twist. We're still in Aquarius season right now, okay? Which is all about innovation, it's all about rebellion, it's all about thinking outside of the box, okay? So this combo definitely right now, it's kind of like genius inventor who's also a mystic. That's the energy. You might feel very inspired to really definitely create something revolutionary, but your ideas might be coming in through flashes of intuition, not logical steps when it's Mercury and Pisces energy. And if you guys know your natal chart and you have a Mercury and Pisces energy, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's kind of like this chaotic genius energy. And honestly, I'm here for it. Okay? I think we're all here for it. All right. So as I go through here, there's many aspects that are playing out, and Mercury's going to be in Pisces all the way up until April 7th. Okay, you guys, April 7th. All right. So let's kind of tap into, let's move this over here. It just makes a little more sense. I'm just getting used to this system. It's kind of cool. I like it. I might buy it. I think, what? I am. I will buy it. So, what you guys might experience during this time, okay, I would say definitely what's going to go down. First off, your mind. Your mind is going to be extra sensitive to all of this information, okay? You might feel like you're picking up on everyone's energy right now during this time, good, bad, ugly. That's going to be Neptune's influence, okay? Because Neptune is also in the sign of Pisces. And if we look here, Neptune is at 28 degrees. It's, it's near the end of its journey here, but it's still lingering, okay? So it's like the universe turned up the volume on your psychic antenna right now. So you might also notice people are a little bit more emotional, a little bit more nostalgic, or just straight up confused. Miscommunications, oh, they could be coming, okay? Mercury in Pisces. Pisces is notorious for that. So double check your text messages, your emails, before you hit send, especially if you're working, doing big contracts, because someone might take your LOL as a declaration of war. Okay. Let's kind of go into, um, oh, what to watch out for. I missed the banners on that one, guys, but I will definitely do timestamps after the video. Okay. So pretty much here, what to watch out for, you guys. I would say, let's see. This is what I go based off of when I'm telling you guys all the sensitive degrees that we have going on. But like these aspects more so daily. But let's go ahead and check the transits for the days for the rest of the month. Not too much going on. Okay. So what's today, the 16th? Not too many major aspects are playing out. I do want to talk about this Mercury squaring Jupiter. Okay. Mercury's doing a lot. The trine, okay, sextile, whew, conjunction function. So I would definitely say, as far as what to watch out for, now here's the real talk, okay? This energy can be very tricky. Now, Neptune's fog is definitely very thick, you guys, so watch out for illusions, delusions, like straight up lies, both from others, maybe even yourself, okay? Don't trust every thought that pops into your head because, Mercury and Pisces can make you believe your own fantasies, all right? And Saturn's here too. Don't forget the planet of discipline. So if you've been avoiding responsibility, it's going to catch up with you real quick. The North Node is also in Pisces, you guys. Pull that up. Let's pull up the whole entire chart so we can see it. This is what all this is right here. Okay, we've got the North Node in Pisces, Saturn in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces. Okay, now Mercury's here. Boom, all lined up. Okay, so the North Node in Pisces is asking you, release what's really holding you back. Okay, so don't be surprised if old habits, relationships, or fears definitely come up, you know, for you. That way you can let them go. Okay, you just gotta let it go. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Let's give you a couple of tidbits on some insights. Let's see here. So, as far as all the planets, I would definitely say Mercury. Let's talk for a second. Mercury in Pisces is definitely a very powerful time for a lot of downloads. Okay, if you've been feeling called to meditate, to fast, to journal, to go on a diet, to sit in silence, to do more for yourself, do it. This is definitely the perfect energy to sit in solitude and really figure out, what's going on, especially with your higher self or receiving any type of guidance during this time. Okay. Crystals like amethyst, moonstone, I would recommend. Also, maybe labradorite can definitely help you navigate this intuitive wave if you're into crystals. Okay. You program them and believe in them, they will work. And if you're, into tarot or oracle, you can pull a few. This energy is perfect for your own divination. Okay. So let's kind of talk about how to work with this energy. Okay. How do we work with what we're seeing here? Now, all right. So, how do you handle this without losing your mind? let's, let's kind of go into that. All right. My Jesus, almost gone. Mercury in Pisces doesn't do well with rigid plans. Okay. So be flexible. Second, trust your intuition. If something feels off, it probably is. And third, you definitely want to release what's not serving you during this time. Okay. Now, North Node is definitely pushing us to let go of old patterns. So if something's been weighing you down, now's the time to really cut it loose. All right. And let's figure out why, because I want to tap into Mercury, okay, squaring with Jupiter. Now, if we go here, so Mercury squaring Jupiter at 6 degrees, this is huge. Okay, we all know that Jupiter's in the sign of Gemini. Now, if you do have AstroSeek, the cool thing about this is you can have your natal chart connected to it, and it can definitely tap in for you a little bit deeper. Okay, um, this is just more information on it if you want to tap in as far as Jupiter goes. So right here, this is where it's going to make big moves, the square aspect. And this is where we're at right now. So we're going to click on February. This is happening on February 20th. Okay, major shift. All right. So what we want to look for here, definitely Jupiter's, let's talk about Jupiter first. Jupiter is a planet of expansion. It's a planet of optimism, growth. And when it's in the air sign of Gemini, it's all about curiosity, communication, mental exploration. So you're hungry for knowledge right now. If you scroll through any social media platform, people are hungry for solutions. They're so thirsty for answers. They're talking to Chat GPT and asking it for answers. Okay, I know you guys have seen this. So, um, and also too, sometimes with this energy, you might spread yourself a little bit too thin trying to learn everything. This energy could be very chatty, could be very enthusiastic, it could be a little scattered. Uh, you might have a million ideas and opinions in your mind, and you want to just share all of them. It's like, wait, let me tell you something. Let me tell you what I did. Let me tell you about this thing. Oh, and that thing too. So breathe. Okay. So Jupiter and Gemini can also make you overconfident in your thinking and your communication. You might think you've got it all figured out 1 second, but then sometimes, you're just skimming the surface. Okay. Now, when Mercury in Pisces is squaring up with Jupiter and Gemini, these two energies are talking past each other. Okay. Pisces is all about feelings and intuition. Gemini is all about facts and logic. Okay. So they're not exactly on the same wavelength. So this can definitely lead to, that's where the miscommunication comes from. That's where you can feel like you're being misunderstood. You might have this gut feeling, Pisces energy, but then you might struggle to explain it in a way that makes sense to other people, Gemini. Okay. Or you might over explain something and just lose the whole emotional depth behind it, Pisces energy. So there's also a risk of overthinking, getting lost in your own head. Jupiter and Gemini, definitely, I would say, it just wants to analyze everything, especially while Mercury's in Pisces is like, but what does all this mean? Okay, so it's like a lot of mental energy with no clear outlet. So you can double back during this time. Um, just don't think of it as you're going to not receive your desired timeline. It's just going to take it's going to take just a little bit longer. Okay. Um, on a collective level, this energy can definitely feel like information overload. Okay. I know a lot of us are just, you could either be reading tons of books or tons of audio books or listening to so many coaches or scrolling through your feed trying to figure out what's going on in the world. It's like too much information. It's a lot of noise right now. It's a ton of noise. Okay. Um, so there's going to be tons of tension between your intuition and logic. I like to say this is a perfect time to live in la la land to create your reality while all this Pisces energy is playing out and not be so logical. Some people are going with their gut, while others are just demanding facts and evidence. It's kind of like, it's like, I just feel it's right, but where's the data? You know, it's like, that's the energy right now. Also, with Pisces energy, creativity is definitely high during this time, you guys. So it might feel scattered and unfocused, but like, you've got a million ideas, but narrowing them down is definitely going to be your challenge. Okay. Let's talk about how to navigate this energy. All right. So let's see. Okay. Just want to make sure I'm showing you guys the right thing here. Now, I'm going to pull up the monthly astro as well because I also want to see what's going to be happening. Let's see. Okay, so definitely how to navigate this energy. So I would recommend, Mercury in Pisces is great for gut feelings, but Jupiter and Gemini is definitely going to make you overconfident. So I would say just take a beat to verify before you act. Keep communication clear and simple with, shut out the mental noise by meditating. It's definitely easy to get lost in the details. So just try and focus on the heart of the matter and just avoid any over explaining anything. Okay. You don't owe nobody no explanation anyway. With this energy, like I said, Pisces is very good for creativity. So I would recommend while Mercury's going to be squaring Jupiter, I would definitely embrace creativity. That way you can stay grounded. What are some things that you can get into right now? Brainstorming, writing, artistic projects, but make sure that you're just not getting lost in the clouds. Set small, achievable goals to really keep yourself on track. I recommend doing a 30-minute increment calendar. Let's say you work from like 7 to 4. Okay, take some downtime, make dinner, do whatever you got to do, decompress, and then do like whatever that can be, 6:30 to 7, do something, 7 to 7:30, do a different activity. And when you're doing this, you're getting a little bit done in whatever you wanted to dabble into. Let's say you wanted to read, you wanted to meditate, you know, add in if you wanted to take a bath, you wanted to phone a friend for 500, you wanted to write in your journal. So making sure you get all these things done, give yourself 30-minute increments. Now, you don't have to use those 30 minutes all the way up. It just keeps you creating a new habit for yourself, especially if you're doing this on a consistent basis every single day. And also, you could be building upon a project that may take longer. It might not be something you can get done in 30 minutes, but at least you worked on it for 30 minutes that day. Okay. So I would say if someone doesn't get what you're saying, it's not you. It's just the energy that's playing out right now. Okay. So practice patience. let's go ahead and talk about the rising signs. Okay. So, rising signs. Okay. Now, before I get into all of this, let me pull up the actual chart. That way I can see. So, I'm going to go to, here's a cool thing. You can go to your natal chart on here, and then what you can do, oh, go back. So, you can go to a transit chart. Excuse me. Go to the transit chart. What you're going to do is going to click down here below and say you're wherever you're at, okay, your chart. So since I can see mine and where it's at, right? I know that I'm a Cap rising, and that's going to be my first house. So whatever rising sign you are, that's your first house. And then wherever Pisces follows, that's going to be it. So for me, everything is going down in my Mercury, in my third house of communication. Okay. So that's where everything's going down for me right now. All right. Um, so let's kind of go back on a collective scale. Let's see here. Okay. So now that we have the chart pulled up here, as far as Mercury being in the sign of Pisces, here we have it right here at 4 degrees. You guys can see. Let's zoom it right here. Okay. So I'm going to go through the chart and I'm going to talk about each rising sign. All right. Let's break it down. I'll give you some tips on how to handle it. And we're keeping it real, no fluff, just straight up truth. Okay. So, Aries rising. This is definitely going to be hitting your 12th house. This is going to be the house of secrets. This is a Pisces house. The house of secrets, the house of endings. You're going to have some spiritual awakenings in this house. Okay. So, you might feel like you're in a fog, but that's just because the universe is trying to get you to slow down and reflect. Okay. This is a major time. I'm talking a major time for releasing. Okay. This is a major time for releasing. Now, I would say releasing the old baggage, old version of you. Ditch it. Okay. If you're feeling extra sensitive, that's normal. Just, you can use whatever you need to. If you subscribe to black tourmaline or smoky quartz to protect your energy and you program those things, so be it. Okay. Moving along, we have Taurus rising. So, Taurus rising, this is going to be in your 11th house. Okay. So, Mercury in Pisces, this is an Aquarian house. Mercury in Pisces is lighting up your 11th house of friendships and community. So, you might be, called to connect with a squad on a deeper level, or you might even be realizing that some friendships are draining your energy. So what you want to do is let go of what's not serving you. So if you've been, you know, having crazy dreams or you've had many plans and ideas for yourself as dreaming big, now's the time to share those visions with your people. Okay. Maybe some people can come in. You never know. Closed mouth doesn't get fed. When you talk about something word of mouth, somebody might be able to come in and assist you with that. Okay. Well, let's see here. We have Gemini rising. So Gemini rising. Let's see here. So this is hitting your 10th house. Okay. This will be in your 10th house of career and public image. All right. This is a Cap house. So you might feel like your mind is all over the place when it comes to your goals, but that's okay. This is time to really write them down. What is the version of the person that you want to be? What is that self concept? What would they be doing? What would they be dressing like? What are they talking like? What are they walking like? What are they eating? What music are they listening to? Really embody that, okay? Get lost in the fantasy of life. Literally do it. You can ground yourself if you need to. And if you've been avoiding any tough conversations at work, now's the time I would say just speak your truth, okay? You guys, we can't fear anything, okay? You give people the script. You write the script for other people, all right? Moving on. Cancer rising. So, Cancer rising, Mercury and Pisces. This is activating your ninth house. This is a Sag house. Travel, higher learning, education, expansion. Okay, so you might feel called to really explore some new horizons during this time, literally, spiritually. Um, this would be a great time for you to take a course. Okay, plan a trip, dive into a spiritual practice, but watch out for over idealizing things. Okay, so you want to be able to keep it real and stay grounded in your truth during this time. Let's see, Leo rising. So if you look at the wheel, so Leo rising, this is going to hit your eighth house. Okay, this is a Scorpio house. This is a water house. This is all about transformation and shared resources and even intimate connections. Okay, so you might feel as if you're being pushed to confront some deep stuff, whether it's your finances, your relationships, it could even be your own damn shadow. Okay, this is a powerful time for definitely releasing any old patterns. That way you can step into your power. All right, and don't be afraid to ask for help if you need it. Virgo rising. So, Virgo rising, Mercury and Pisces is lighting up your seventh house of partnerships. Woo, woo. So, you might feel, moon's in Libra right now. So, you might feel your relationships are under a microscope, okay? Or maybe you could just be a little bit extra sensitive to other people's energy right now during this time. This is a time to definitely communicate clearly, but also listen to your intuition. Now, use whatever you need to. Okay, moonstone, selenite to keep the vibes clear and balanced. And if a relationship isn't serving you, don't be afraid to let it go. Now is definitely the time to do that. All right. Libra rising. Libra rising. So this is going to be in your sixth house of health, your daily routines, acts of service. You might feel like your mind is all over the place when it comes to your habits, and that is definitely okay. All right. This is a time to really dream big. Think about your wellness goals, but don't get lost in being too logical. Get lost in fantasy island. Ground yourself as well. That way you can stay focused on your desired reality. Okay. And if you've been avoiding any tough conversations about your boundaries, it's time to speak up. All right. Let's do Scorpio rising. Scorpio rising. So this is happening in your fifth house. We all know the fifth house is, creativity, romance, uh, the way you express yourself. Okay, this is the Leo house. So I would say you might just be feeling really called to express yourself, whether it's through art, music, just being your fabulous self. Um, this is just definitely a great time to really connect with your inner child, have some fun, but definitely watch out for idealizing things. Keep it real and just stay in your truth. Okay. Let's do Sag rising. So Sag rising, this is definitely hitting your fourth house. This is a Cancer house. This is home, family, support, safety, stability, your foundation. So you might feel as if you're being pushed to confront some deep stuff, whether it's your roots, whether it's your family dynamics, or just your own emotional baggage. I would say this is a powerful time for releasing any old patterns, stepping into your power right now. Okay. And don't be afraid to just trust the process and just let things happen. Okay. Capricorn rising. This is happening in your third house. As I was saying, you guys, I'm with Cap rising. Mercury and Pisces. All this Pisces energy. I'm telling you, pay attention to your Pisces house, guys, because that's where everything is getting heavy for you. Okay. So This hitting your third house, Cap rising, uh, communication and community. You might feel like your mind could be all over the place when it comes to your goals. This is really a time to sit down and write down what it is that you see for yourself. Where do you want to be? Bridge the gap between time, because time is a construct. You create your own time when you want something to come into fruition. Okay. So make sure that you are paying attention to the thoughts that you're thinking in your head, not dwelling on anything negative. Make sure it's positive, stay grounded. Make sure you're also, you know, not fighting with the things that you created throughout the day either, as well. Let them pass. And then at night before the next day, then, just keep going and focusing on the things that you do want, not what you don't. Okay, let's see here. Oh, we didn't make one for Aquarius. These cute little banners, I love them. Okay, so let's see Aquarius rising. All right, Aquarius rising, this is going to be in your second house. So we all know second house is finances, self-worth. So you definitely might be called to really explore new ways to see, I would say new ways to value yourself, whether it's through your work, whether it's through your relationships, or just being you. Make sure you connect with your inner child and rewrite those scripts. Okay, rewrite those scripts, because energy, past, present, and future, is all here. So you can go back in those triggering traumatic moments, rewrite the script, have some fun, and really watch out for over idealizing things. Okay. And last but not least, we do have Pisces rising. So Pisces rising. This is activating your first house of self and identity. So you might feel like you are definitely being pushed into some deep stuff here, whether it's your roots, your family dynamics, even emotional baggage. So this is definitely going to be a powerful time for releasing old patterns and stepping into your power. Definitely. Oh, I love this thing.